Hello, if you're only watching, bear with. Okay, video is shared. Come and say hi. Hi, Sandra. Hopefully the ninja isn't too loud. I'm doing some meal prep this evening. So first lot is a batch of roasted chicken thighs. So just sprinkled them with salt, and they're roasting in the ninja. Okay, video is shared. Now this live, it's almost as if I can plan things really well. It's perfect for today because I've just got back from the bakery. It's been a longer day than normal. And this is a really quick dinner. So it's something like I'm hungry. I want something that's not going to take up too much time. And it's something that you can prep ahead if you want. So I'm making a korma and rice. I'm only doing the rice for me because Louis is watching Guardians this evening at cinema. And I'm doing the korma for 2 portions, so me and Dad. Hi, Jen. How you doing? So for the korma, I'm going to use the ready-made sauce that we have at the bakery. I've linked it in the description. I've also linked the recipe to the korma. So if you wanted to batch cook the sauce, then you can do. Hi, Anita. I would say if you're batch cooking, there are options on the korma recipe to add. So it says 150 grams of tin coconut milk and then 100 grams of sour cream / Greek style yogurt / more coconut milk. I would add more coconut milk rather than using a dairy. I feel like that would last a little bit longer. But if you're not heat sealing it in a jar and you want it to last longer, I'd freeze it in individual portions. So we'll use about 100 grams per person. And then when you want it for a quick dinner, you've got it there. Almost like when you freeze down jam in individual portions. Anyway, I am going to do the rice first because then it can just sit on the back and cook. So I said rainbow rice, and so I've got a carrot to give it some colour. But basically this is just me using up some different bits of veg. So I have some swede that's been cubed, I have some broccoli stalk, and I have some cauliflower. And I'm going to I'll use the swede first. That's already chopped. Just dropped it. Lovely. Broccoli, I'm going to use the whole stalk. Just take off the leaves. I can't remember. Oh, Dad bought a load of broccoli for the pie he made in the medicine class on, when was it? Tuesday. I'm going to give the broccoli and the cauliflower a quick wash. So I've got 60 grams of swede there. I want about 200 grams of veg. So it's going to be a small portion. You can use leaves of cauliflower for this rice if you want. These are a bit limp, so I'm not going to. I can't remember what this cauliflower is used for. I think this has come from the bakery. Irish rice. Let's zero that. So I need about 140 grams. Oh no, I've got some carrot to go in as well. So, for the people that want to keep it low carb, stay with broccoli and cauliflower. If your carb value is a bit more generous, then swede is a little bit higher, carrot is a little bit higher. I like adding pepper to this rice. It works really well. But yeah, cauliflower and broccoli are the lowest ones, if that's something you need to look at. I am weighing this out because you know what I'm like with measuring veg. There we go. I've forgotten I'm adding carrot as well. It's fine. I'll do a little bit more. I'm not going to worry about too much veg. So carrot, I'll only add a small amount. It's just there for colour, really. I'm sure we've already mentioned the shoe thing that RG's going through, where he will collect shoes whilst we're out or overnight. I came home this morning, so the walking boots box has been inside for the past couple of days because it's been raining a lot. I came home this afternoon, and RG has a grand total of 15 shoes around his bed and on the bed. I mean, I don't know where he slept. I'm just going to wash these quickly. I need to find the 16th shoe. Because I'm not sure where the 16th one has gone at the moment. So we had 11 walking boots and 4 trainers. That was his collection today. Let's chop this up a little bit more. It should all fit in the food processor in one go if it's small enough. No, I'm going to take some florets out because it's just not going to blitz properly. That's annoying. I've got 4 florets of cauliflower and it won't blitz. Hi, Helen. How are we all? I hope the weather's as nice as it is here. It is lovely. Coco. No, don't eat that. You don't like sweet. Okay. Give us a quick blitz until it resembles rice. Hopefully I won't be left with any chunks. I think that's well and truly rainbow rice. So no, it was a good shout to take out some florets because there's no unblended bits there. I'm just going to get the pan on, get some butter in. Do you mind? I'm sure anyone else who owns a dog or a cat is accustomed to the fact that they will sit in the most awkward place so that you have to step over them at any point. So Coco is here. Honestly, at this point, I've just given up on trying to get her to move. She likes that spot. We've had rain, but the sun is coming now. One of our cats dragged a cushion through the house up the stairs, and we found it under the bed this morning. Yeah, I don't know what RG's obsession with shoes is, but it's only shoes we currently wear. So as toys, they have old shoes that they're allowed to chew. I don't know how, but they can tell the difference. Probably, well, they've been given shoes, they've been encouraged to chew those ones, and they don't chew the others. But he won't use them to move around the house. He will only use shoes that are currently being worn. So it must be something to do with the fact that it smells like us. Right, oh, let's get the blade out. That was always a mistake. I'll get some of the rice in first. I've got a little knob of butter in there. As I said, I'm only using a small pan. This pan's pretty good for rice, actually. It always cooks it really well. Let's get the last few bits of cauliflower. If there's food, there is a Monty. Coco's been very picky at the moment. She is currently only eating chicken. So we're thinking she is wanting a more of like a raw food diet. Whereas RG's never done that. But she's not been interested in kibble no matter what we put on it. So that's the bit of cauliflower going in. So we have yellow, green, white, and orange. I think that qualifies for rainbow rice. I'm not going to add any seasonings now, but I am going to make this sort of like a turmeric rice. I think that'll go quite nicely with the korma. That's going to sit on the back. Let me just get the other pan. So this one is now going to sit at the back on a medium-ish heat. With a lid on. Got the number on 6. And let's turn that off actually because I need to chop some chicken first. Lid on so it can sort of start to steam the veg. And essentially we just, usually it's about 10-15 minutes. I usually make the main to go with the rice, and by the time the main is done, the rice is done. And that's what the method is going to be today. The amount of trust this dog has is insane. It's just falling asleep. Okay, chicken breast. I have enough for me and Dad. He hasn't eaten much, so I've got a larger portion of chicken. No, usually we work on about 200 grams per person. This is probably just over. I prefer chicken breast. You can use chicken thigh. On the Korma recipe on the website, there is, I think it's chicken, and there are 2 other proteins. Oh, halloumi and prawns, I think. I'm just chopping it up in bite-size pieces. This knife needs sharpening again. Lovely. I don't want any comments about blunt knives. We know. Okay. I'll play it safe. Dad, if you're watching, drop a comment, please. I'll give it a few minutes. Then I can talk about something. You won't be watching. In the meantime, I need a conversation topic because I have one to talk about, but I need to check that Dad's not watching first. So if anyone has any questions, then let me know. Lamb tastes lovely. I've never tried that. Lamb in a korma. How did you do it? Was it steak? Like diced up steak? Another thing I'm making tonight is a bit of meal prep. Is we have some lean beef chunk pieces. I'm going to make a chili. It's my go-to for that kind of thing. It's really nice when it's just left to cook for a couple of hours. And then I can freeze it down, and that's that. Just some quick meals. Right, I'm just going to wash my hands and get chicken in the pan. Hi, Bridget. I'm going to keep them going. Okay, I'm going to assume he's not watching, which I don't think he is. So his birthday present, bear in mind his birthday was the 13th of April, so almost a month ago. His birthday present has caused me a lot of annoyance over the past couple of weeks because I ordered very early April and it never turned up. And they have a very long sort of shipping time that they allow. So for the first 15 working days of April, which is basically the entirety of April because of the amount of bank holidays, they were saying, no, it's on its way, it's on its way, it's on its way. We can't do anything yet. After the 15 working days were up, I got a email to say, oh, it's stuck in customs. I'm like, right, great. First of all, there's nothing on their website that says they are an international company. Second of all, there's nothing on their website about customs. So I said that they said, oh, we can resend and offer you a 10% discount. And when I replied saying, no thanks, I just want my money back, they said, oh, we've already resent it. So now, as far as I'm aware, there is a second parcel on its way. And the reason why I bring this up is because the present is a very cool knife. It's a Santoku knife, I don't know if that's how you say it. It looks awesome, but I'm now hoping that it sort of like lives up to my expectations because it's taking over a month to get there. So now I need to email back and say, right, fine, I'll accept the parcel, but I need that 10% off you've offered me. Because it wasn't cheap. I'm usually quite good at finding the right companies. You know, so I checked their website, I checked their shipping policy, I checked their Trustpilot, and they have so many good reviews. I've just had a bad experience with them, which is a shame because they look like a really good company. But at the same time, customer service hasn't been great because I basically got told, just keep waiting, just keep waiting. I knew something was up. I deal with tracking numbers all the time. But they would not accept the fact that there was something wrong with shipping until like 4 weeks had gone past. See, Bridget, I don't know if it's going to get caught in customs, and I don't know if I'm going to get charged for customs. That's another thing I usually check. So, yeah, as Jan says, we wait with bated breath. I mean, it could turn up. I could get 2 knives. I don't know what's going on. Because as far as I'm aware, the first one hasn't been sort of rejected. It's just got stuck. I don't know why it's got stuck. I don't know much about customs. I just know sometimes it's a fortune. I'm just chopping up some leeks to add with this chicken. But I'm not going to do much else. Right, there we go. So we might get here in time for Father's Day. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Bridget. We ordered 2 storage units at £50 months later, stuck in shipping and customs. And when it arrived, it was 2 hand fans with £2.50 price labels on each. Wow. So you've got to... There's just a lot of hassle, isn't that, Sandra? I should be able to show you why it's in customs. Also depends on what paperwork they sent with it. Yeah. I'll email them again and I'll see what I can find out. Oh yeah, Diane. Sometimes we've I think Louis ordered a hoodie or something, and it came from America, and the customs charge is almost as much as the hoodie itself. I'm like, why bother? Right. I'm just turning the chicken over on any pink sides that are still here. This part won't take long, obviously. Hands on like a medium high. As for the sauce, it's quite thick in this jar. So I'm gonna, when I go to add the sauce, I'll wait for the chicken to almost fully cook. I'll turn the heat down on the pan and let the sauce sort of melt a little bit. And if I need to, I'll add a little bit of water or yogurt to sort of loosen the sauce to preference. Got money back via the bank after 15 days. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know whether they sent it as a gift, Helen. My question is, why has it now got stuck? Because they've got thousands of good reviews. They obviously know how to get it through customs. I don't know. Right, I'm just going to turn that down. Let's have a look at the rice. I'm just going to give the rice a quick mix. Any water that was on the top of the lid, I've just sort of poured back into the pan. The swede is a much more vibrant yellow colour. It's basically done. Steam coming off it. So I'm going to add salt, garlic, and turmeric. No, Jan, they were via Trustpilot, so it was like an embedded part of their site. So it wasn't like they faked reviews. And they use the same. They use Shopify like we do. So I know the review companies that are available to put on Shopify stores are credible. If the knife doesn't turn up, I have 2 nice fans going through. I might take you up on that offer, Sandra. Our fans are holding on for dear life. They're very old. Right. A little bit of turmeric, bit of garlic powder. I would use fresh. We don't have a lot of fresh left. We've got a nice golden rice going on now. And some salt. I'll just return that to the heat. It's basically done. I'm just going to keep that warm. Reduce the temperature down a little bit. Right, the chicken's almost there. I'll turn the heat right down. And I'm going to add, let's weigh it out. See how thick that is? So that was 50 grams. So let's do 100. A bit more. Come on. That was 100 grams. Yeah, the rice does look good, doesn't it? Right, I'm letting this warm up. And as I said, I can add water or yogurt if I want it a little bit looser, or I could just have a little bit more. I love adding turmeric to the rice because it gives it such a nice colour, especially when it's already got some sweet in it. This is going to be a very golden dinner. Right, this is smelling amazing now. Let's turn the heat up a little bit more. Now I'm going to add a little bit more Korma sauce. There you go, Steve. Helen wants you to cook a korma now. So that's probably about 120 grams of korma sauce for the 2 portions, which is about right. I'm sure we normally work on about. It depends on taste and what sort of sauce it is. The masala I'd use a little bit more, but maybe 60 to 100 grams per person. I don't like too much sauce, so this is perfect for me. Got a nice coating. Chicken's basically done. Yeah, it's breaking up easily. So I'm just going to let that warm through. And actually, I'll transfer the lid to this because I don't want the sauce to dry out. Just while I grab a dish. I'm just going to plate up mine. I have some salad leaves. Got some from Sainsbury's yesterday. I was going to use it on my live yesterday and then I completely forgot about them. So it's just a Italian style mixed salad. I like a bit of greenery. Yeah, rice is done. I'll chuck it on. If it needs more salt, I'll just sprinkle it on top. It's fine by me. It is a large portion of rice, but I am hungry, so I'm going to use it all. But if you're meal prepping this, cook it down, and then you can freeze it, and it can be reheated as and when you want. Oh, and that's the chicken thighs as well. Lovely. I mean, you can see nice and crispy. So those chicken thighs were just sprinkled with salt before I roasted them in a Ninja 2 times. As in, like, the roast function goes for 25 minutes, and I click that twice. So about 45-50 minutes. There we go. That's heating through nicely, and the lid will stop it from drying out. And turn that off. This smells lovely. So there we go. 30 minutes. And we have the korma and the rice. So I need about half of this for me. I'm going to try and do this neatly. But if it all goes wrong, then we can just pretend that it didn't. I should get a proper serving spoon. That would make life easier. There we go. So a very golden bowl. There we go. Korma, chicken breast. There's a bit of leek in with the chicken breast, just for a bit of flavour, a bit of colour. And then the rainbow rice, which I've added turmeric to, so it's very golden. And then pink sleeves. I'm going to leave that in the pan along with, well, he doesn't have rice. Leave that in the pan so we can reheat it if he wants later. Dad will probably just have this with some of the panda roti, or we've got some panda wraps in the fridge. Obviously, I like my veg more. So this is my ideal dinner. And as I said, 30 minutes and it's ready. Having a ready-made sauce like that is quite useful on days like this. Tomorrow, the live is at 5, and it's a bit of an experiment with the panda flour, making scones and cakes. I'm also heading over to the bakery tomorrow to film some other videos for recipes using the panda flour. So they will appear on the Keto channel in the next couple of weeks. Other than that, that's the last live for the week. And then obviously, as normal, the timetable will go up on Sunday or Monday for the following week. But thank you very much for watching. If you try this recipe, then as always, post it in the groups. I like to see. And have a nice evening. Goodbye.